I found the set for $2.99. I always wanted to try lino cuts, which is basically stamps, only a little bit bigger. And yeah, I'm very excited and wanted to take you with me. So the stakes are pretty high because I'm a perfectionist. I'm not really sure what I want to do or what motives I'm going to put on these babies, but it has to be great. Firstly, instructions, which seem to be very simple. We have 2 bigger squares, so you basically, if you don't know what lino cuts or stamps are, what am I talking about? Everybody knows what a stamp looks like. So they use this eraser material and yeah, you basically just carve your image into it, and we have 3 different tools. This very sharp one, I don't know how to say it, but it is like a little shovel. And then we have a slightly smaller knife or scalpel, you know what I mean. If this shovel-like tool is too big, I can also use my cuticle cutter because I think that would be perfect as well. So I'm going to try that too. And then we have a pencil, which is very handy. We have these 4 ink pads, and I also have some of my own. Yeah, and I'm honestly really happy with the set. There's also wood circles that you can use to stick these small circles onto, so you have something to hold it with, which I very much like. I think this is very cool. They also added the sticker, I think it's just double-sided tape cut into a circle. But all in all, I feel like this was a pretty good deal. First things first, I do have to come up with something to draw on these babies. I think you're supposed to use, oh wait, I also have this Sharpie or fine liner. I think it's a fine liner. It's a ballpoint pen. It's a ballpoint pen. Yeah, so I think I have to come up with a design, draw it on with the pencil, finalize it with the ballpoint pen, and start carving it out, basically. One thing, it also has Schablonen. These templates that I can use as well. I mean, they are pretty basic, but I like the rose, for example. This is a very good thing for indecisive people like me. I'm very hesitant to try like doing handmade hobbies because I don't really want to throw the things away again, because yeah, it feels pretty wasteful to create this. Not that I'm shaming anyone, it's just like my own mindset. So I don't want to create anything that I will not use or will throw away later, or even throw away right away. But see you in a bit.
So I'm actually done and have some ideas in my sketchbook written out, and not actually written out but sketched out. I think I'm going to aim on doing something easy, to ease into it, something medium level difficulty, and something more advanced. We'll see how far I can go. Here are my sketches. So I was thinking about doing a garden theme or something of that kind. I was very inspired by, I do know they do have a name, but these Slavic ornaments. I'm trying to decide between this one and something I can do a print out of. Maybe a strawberry. I also made a bow, which isn't really garden themed, but I liked as well. I like this guy especially. So maybe one of these. It depends on how easy it is or difficult. Yeah, then I also thought of maybe doing some chickens or roosters, to be precise. This one will be very cool to do with the lino cut, because you can go a little bit more abstract. I also found this picture of a toad with a flower on its head. Maybe I'm going to draw a toad instead of a rooster, which is a little bit last minute because as you can see I did a lot of rooster variations also here. I'm slowly getting back to drawing, maybe in another project, Daruma, because I love Daruma. I also like these skulls, but I don't take any credit for it. I just saw another illustration that looked very much like this and just copied it by looking at the screen and drawing. That's actually what I do for most of the drawings. I usually take references. I think we're gonna start with the easy one and, as I said, hike up the difficulty as we go. I'm going to try using as much space as we can. Didn't expect this material to be so easy to cut. Well, I think I'm actually using probably a lot more force than you need to, but let's do the first scoop. So I think I'm definitely going to try this with normal erasers as well. I think it would be interesting, especially for those who can't find any starter kits like this one. It's way more difficult than I thought. I found this cuticle cutter. I'm going to try to scoop this out with the cuticle cutter and hope that we will see a little bit more success with that. Maybe I should have done more cuts. This looks like a mess. Let's go back to the original tool. My hands are really sweating. I don't know if you can see this. I'm not lying, but I also think that I have a condition called hyperhidrosis, which causes excessive sweating. But that's self-diagnosed because I can't get an appointment at my dermatologist because I'm gesetzlich krankenversichert. TMI. I also read that there isn't a cure for that, so yeah, except you can put Botox into your hands or cut through your sweating ducts, I don't know, the tubes that make your sweat come to your hands, I don't know. Please focus. I think the stamp is ready to test. I'm just going to dip it into the ink pad and see what we've got and where we have to improve, maybe. Hopefully not, because I already want to move on to the next one. It's not too bad for the first time, so let's do another one. Okay, I don't think I have to press on this hard. There it is. The dots were by far the most difficult thing, but hey, it's cute. I think these stamps are a really good way to make your sketchbook look more interesting. Cool! Haha! What do you think? And what should I try next? This is definitely a Halloween strawberry, and this is very summery. As you can see, I'm already in Halloween spirit. Might also do some more Halloween themed crafts. Yesterday I finished my little skull stamp and I'm pretty happy with it. As you can see, it's a little bit more complicated or intricate than my bow, which was my second stamp. and I actually learned quite a few things. Sometimes it's also very good to just move the canvas instead of your tool. The nose especially was one of the most difficult things to do. The material is pretty soft, so you can just squeeze it a little bit and push the parts that you just cut a little bit apart. So it's way easier to use the shovel, we're going to call this the shovel tool, and just pick it up. This was the first one. Then we have the bow. So I didn't try out this bow or the skull yet, so that's what we're going to do in a bit. But I'm actually just really enjoying carving these stamps out, so I think I will leave them to the great reveal later on in a few minutes for you. And yeah, and I actually wanted to try my next a little bit more complicated stamp, which is going to be a pattern piece. So the idea was to use this as one part of a pattern, so I can stamp it like here, this way, and this way. I actually did use the stencil for it. You might recognize these leaves, I guess. And yeah, this is the next one, and I think this is a good progression. We are slowly and steadily getting better at this. Yeah, I'm starting to have fun with this. Not that I didn't enjoy the first one, it was also very fun, but I was actually a little disappointed by my first strawberry. I had pretty high standards, and I don't know, I was just upset that I fucked up the strawberry stripes, or you know what I mean, the strawberry detail. But in the end, I actually still like it. So, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, probably, I did cut up the big piece of stamp material so I can do multiple stamps as well, because I just couldn't figure out what to do on this big canvas, and actually liked these small squares the most. Next up is going to be the pattern piece, and maybe this one, if we are lucky. I don't know. I don't want to push my luck, so... the final boss will be my little pudge stamp, because this one is super difficult, because I think I will have to do the black outlines, so we have to be super precise. Or maybe I should color the fish, I don't know. I want the eyes to be dark. I'm talking about the fill, like this one is filled and this one will have to be outlines. I could do this filled as well and invert the eyes, so I would cut out the eyes, but I think it will look better if this stays an outline. So yeah, that's why it's difficult.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. I'm talking and testing if this is really noise cancelling.
It's another day and I'm still working on this, but I'm almost finished. So I actually did the little pudge fish, but I decided to do the filled version. As you can see, it went okay. I haven't tried it out yet, so I want to do this with you. There is this little pupil that I accidentally ripped off on this eye, so I'm not sure how to fix this. This one was quite tricky. Then I also have this pattern piece, which I used a stencil on, and this was freehanded. It was also very difficult. Yesterday evening I also did this little bow after work, and yeah, I'm going to have a set. Took out my sketchbook so we can do it live on camera, but I'm a little bit nervous and most excited for the skull, most nervous for the fish. I don't know, I think the bows will look good. The pattern piece, I don't know, we have to see. Let's pick a clean canvas. Yeah. Okay.
let's start with the first one, which was the bow. First problem, actually, you see the bow is bigger than my ink pad, so I'm gonna try to dip the ink pad in different directions. So another alternative is to use watercolor paint. Ah, not too bad. Have to remove a little bit of this piece. I think it's a win, definitely. Ah, cool. Woo! Look at it. It definitely doesn't look like the traditional pattern I was going for initially. But yeah, I still like it. I think I can use that. I forgot. This is actually pretty tricky. I don't know, or maybe I'm dumb. I think if I were an action figure, my catchphrase would definitely be not too bad. I don't know. But believe me, I don't want to be that negative. I try to regulate it. So, next up, my absolute favorite stamp. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but I do. Maybe I have to activate the ink pad by pressing down multiple times. Yes, I definitely do. Please be good. Oh my god, it's perfect. I knew this would be the best one. I love it. I also like the dice don't show on the paper, but the ink pad kind of colors them. So this looks so cool. Let's try another one. Oh my god, I didn't even know I could do things like this. Ah! Let's try the next one. I have one I'm very critical of. I mean, the eye already ripped off, so I don't know how this will look like. And another bow. Because I think that the bow pretty much can't fail, other than this one. I will try the bow first. And then go to the fish, the grand finale. Because I want to milk the positivity as long as I can. I don't even know why I have so many colored ink pads. I like black the most. So I might have just as well invested in one big, huge, like in ink pad. Okay. Let's try it. Here. It's also nice. Ta-da! And now, because I promised it and I can't be this confident, final boss, the Timo version of Pudge, the fish. Do 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 boo 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 boo. Or maybe it's Sebastian. You can also call him Sebastian. Or you have a better name, an original name for my fish. Write it down below. I can put it on the back side of my stamp. Whoop! I think you should definitely get yourselves better ink pads because these suck. Taking it real close so you can witness the moment. I fail or win, I don't know. It will definitely have a weird wonky eye, that's for sure. But I'm kind of hopeful. I'm still actually pretty hopeful that it will not look that bad. Ah! Yeah, okay. Yeah, the eye is definitely missing. But I think it's okay. I don't know. That was fun. So my verdict is, if you happen to run across some kind of stamp making set or stuff, try it out. It's pretty fun and I think I will continue doing it. I mean, I do have to finish these ones. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Which stamp was your favorite? You know my choice. But I think all turned out pretty cool, actually. Here's Pudge with one eye. But maybe I can draw the other one on. Wait, I can fix him. Actually, now I notice this should have been a light spark and not a pupil. That's why I wanted to invert it. Maybe next time. Crap, I messed up a little bit, but it looks cute anyway. To show you what I mean is I want to make sparkly eyes. This one looks a little bit weird, but we can still fill in the eyes. I don't know, maybe like this one. Did I make it worse? Thank you for watching, first of all. As you can see, Halloween is in full bloom, and I might do a video about the decor as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching, and I wish you a wonderful morning, day or evening, wherever you are. Stay positive, and until next time, bye!